So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Watson right back to Cooper, and he got him again.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
Watson off play action. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
6-0 our score after 1. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Here's Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Perfect execution on that inside handoff, and then a little will, a little brute strength to move forward after the contact.
What do we call that now in today's NFL? Heck, in today's football? Contact balance, right? That's the buzzword, the phrase you hear. A back who can absorb contact, bounce off of it, and keep moving. Just what you said, brute strength, force of will.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Anthony Walker up behind the line and finishing that play off.
He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game. I
think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Able to slither by, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson going to keep it running right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. "13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
When you run a screen pass really well, you gotta like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run the option. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall. In a design QB run in that spot, maybe trying to catch the defense off guard a bit. It didn't work, though.
Again, we're seeing that college influence come into the NFL. Quarterback run game on 4th down. We didn't see that very much in the previous years in the NFL.
No, seeing it more, saw it there, did not work out. Turnover on downs. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Second and 10.
Back to throw, Watson.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They call that a...
Here's a 2nd and 8.
And again, it's Chubb.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Watson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here on 3rd down as a receiver, you've got to remind yourself not just to get to the sticks, but to get past the sticks. Create a little bit of separation before you put on the brakes and come back to the football, and the ball was right on time. Nice execution, nice completion.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw is Watson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
They shakes him off, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
On 1st down, it's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his 1st catch. And they'll wind up